The presidential election is almost over. Now, one candidate in this race, President Donald Trump, has been overwhelmingly, serially dishonest. The other candidate, former Vice President Joe Biden, has made false claims, and there's no excusing that, but there have just been way, way fewer. To me, there have been three subjects on which Trump has been most egregiously dishonest. The first is the coronavirus pandemic.
We're turning the corner. We're turning the corner. We're rounding like this racetrack. Look at this. It's perfect. It will go away. And as I say, we're rounding the turn. We're rounding the corner. It's going away.
This is the opposite of correct. It's like an up is down reversal of reality. And it's been totally baseless the entire 8 months that Trump has been repeating the same claim. Cases are hitting all-time record highs. Hospitalizations are rising again. The test positivity rate is rising. The number of deaths is again rising. The situation is simply getting worse in the United States. The second subject on which I think Trump has been most egregiously dishonest is mail-in voting. Trump has made a consistent effort to falsely try to convince people that mail-in voting is rife with fraud. Sometimes he even cites imaginary examples.
Watch it. Watch those ballots. Watch what's going on. You're more important than any eyes. And law enforcement is watching, okay? They're watching. Did you see they found 50,000 ballots in like a river?
No ballots were found in a river, let alone 50,000 ballots. This is completely invented. And in general, fraud with mail-in voting is exceedingly rare. The third subject on which Trump has been most egregious is what Biden stands for. In speech after speech, Trump has attributed positions to Biden that Biden does not actually hold. In fact, in some cases, positions he has explicitly rejected. Here is just one of them.
They want to go socialize medicine. Socialize medicine. Go to a hospital and take care of yourself. Get rid of 180 million private plans that people love.
Biden has actually been a vocal opponent of plans to move everyone to public health insurance. He is running on a public option in which people could voluntarily choose a public insurance program if they wanted to. Now, Biden himself delivered some big whoppers during the Democratic primary. He kept telling an invented story about how he'd once been arrested in South Africa trying to visit Nelson Mandela in prison. He later admitted that did not happen. And he kept delivering a highly inaccurate revisionist history of his initial support for the Iraq War. In the general election, though, Biden has been better, mostly on script, mostly factual. However, he still has made some false claims.
Have you ever heard this president say one negative thing about white supremacists? Have you ever heard it? That's the reason I got back in this race.
Now, it's certainly fair to question Trump's response to white supremacists and their violence, but it's not true that Trump has never said one negative thing about them or never condemned them. Trump, in fact, has condemned them on multiple occasions.
I denounce white supremacy. Okay. In one voice, our nation must condemn racism, bigotry, and white supremacy.
One of Biden's most egregious false claims came at the last presidential debate. Trump was challenging him about his past comments about fracking, and Biden said he just never made them.
President Biden to respond.
I never said I oppose fracking.
You said it on tape.
I did. Show the tape. Put it on your website.
I'll put it on.
Put it on the website. The fact of the matter is he's flat lying.
Now, Trump is wrong when he says Biden has a plan to end all fracking. Biden, in fact, is running on a plan to end new leases for oil and gas on public lands and waters in particular. But Biden did, during the Democratic primary, express general opposition to fracking. That's what the tape shows.
Would there be any place for fossil fuels, including coal and fracking, in a Biden administration?
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated and no more subsidies for either one of those. Any fossil fuel.
So again, Donald Trump has been way worse than Joe Biden this campaign from an honesty perspective, but Biden certainly hasn't been perfect either.